Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today. You've been feeling restless lately, waking up at strange hours, and sensing that something isn't quite right in your life. There's a reason for these feelings. A serious spiritual fight is happening right now in dimensions you cannot see, and this battle is about you and your destiny. Dark forces and light forces are engaged in combat over the direction of your soul and your life path. The anxiety you've been experiencing, the disturbing dreams with shadowy figures, the sudden fears that seem to come from nowhere, all of these are connected to this spiritual war. Archangel Michael wants you to know that you've been temporarily removed from this battlefield. This isn't punishment or abandonment. It's divine protection. The fact that you found this message today is not coincidence, it's perfect divine timing. You were meant to hear this now because understanding what's happening is the first step toward your protection and ultimate victory. Archangel Michael stands ready to reveal everything you need to know about this hidden battle. Archangel Michael has revealed something deeply serious. Negative entities in the spiritual realm have noticed your light growing brighter. They've seen your potential and the good you're meant to do in this world. These dark forces have organized a coordinated attack against you, attempting to claim your energy and completely derail your divine purpose. This isn't metaphorical language or symbolic teaching. This is a real spiritual battle happening in dimensions beyond what human eyes can see. Your guardian angels, spirit guides, and Archangel Michael himself are fighting right now to protect you from these negative influences. The dark forces want to pull you into deep depression, lead you toward addictive behaviors, and fill your mind with crippling self-doubt. They're using people around you as channels for their negative influence, sometimes without those people even realizing they're being used. This battle has intensified dramatically in recent weeks because you're approaching a major spiritual breakthrough. You've been temporarily removed from the battlefield, not because you're weak or losing, but because you're so important that the divine realm cannot risk you being damaged. This removal is actually a brilliant strategy to strengthen you before the final victory. The outcome of this battle will determine your entire future path and purpose. Now you need to recognize the signs that prove this spiritual battle has been affecting your life. Think about the unexplained emotional heaviness that comes over you in waves, even when nothing bad has happened. Have you experienced sudden panic attacks or anxiety that seems to have no clear trigger? These are signs of spiritual interference. Sleep paralysis or nightmares featuring dark figures or feeling like you're being held down, these aren't random dreams but evidence of spiritual attacks during your most vulnerable state. Notice how your electronic devices have been malfunctioning lately, phones freezing, computers acting strange, lights flickering. This happens because spiritual battles create energy disruptions that affect electronics. Have you been seeing shadows moving from the corner of your eye? Feeling watched when you're completely alone? These sensations are real. Your spiritual senses are detecting the battle happening around you. Pay attention to sudden accidents or a string of bad luck that feels orchestrated rather than random. People around you acting strangely out of character, saying hurtful things they normally wouldn't say, this is evidence they are being influenced. Your own thoughts turning unusually dark and self-destructive, thoughts that don't feel like they are coming from your true self. Physical symptoms tell the story too: persistent headaches, pressure in your chest, extreme fatigue even after rest. You might sense a presence in your home that wasn't there before, or notice that arguments and conflicts appear from nowhere among family members. Important opportunities mysteriously falling through at the last moment. Feeling like you're moving through thick fog mentally, unable to think clearly. But also remember those moments when you felt a sudden protective presence step in just when things seemed darkest. That was Archangel Michael and your guardian angels defending you. Archangel Michael personally made the decision to temporarily pull you from this spiritual battlefield. This wasn't done because you're weak or failing. It happened because you're too valuable to risk losing. Your spiritual light has been growing so bright that it attracted too much dark attention too quickly. You needed time to build stronger defenses before continuing in this battle. The removal happened at the exact moment when dark forces were planning their biggest coordinated attack against you. By removing you from their reach, the angels disrupted the enemy's entire strategy. Think of this like a military commander pulling his most valuable soldier back from the front lines for intensive advanced combat training. You're not running away or hiding. You're being prepared and strengthened. This time away from direct battle is for your spiritual fortification. The dark forces are actually confused right now by your sudden disappearance from their spiritual radar. They can't locate you the way they could before. This confusion is giving the light forces precious time to strengthen the protective barriers around you and seal the weak points in your spiritual defenses. Your removal also serves another critical purpose. It protects your family and loved ones from collateral spiritual damage. When dark forces attack someone directly, the negative energy often spills over onto family members. By removing you to this protected space, Archangel Michael is ensuring that your loved ones remain safe while the heaviest fighting continues. This strategic withdrawal is actually a sign of how important you are to the divine plan. While you're in this removed state, powerful spiritual work is happening on your behalf. Archangel Michael is personally overseeing your spiritual fortification right now. Your guardian angels are creating multiple layers of protection around you, building defenses that will make you nearly impenetrable to negative influences. Ancestral guides who have been waiting in the spiritual realm are now stepping forward to offer their wisdom and protection. Your spiritual abilities are being upgraded during this protected time. Think of it like a computer getting a major system update while it's in safe mode. Dark entities that had attached themselves to your energy field are being systematically removed and sent back to where they came from. Negative attachments from past traumas, old wounds that created openings for darkness, all of these are being healed and permanently sealed. Your aura is being cleansed and strengthened with pure divine light. The angels are identifying every weak point in your spiritual defenses, every crack where negative energy could slip through, and repairing them completely. Unconscious contracts and agreements you may have made with negative forces, perhaps through trauma, fear, or desperate moments, are being broken and dissolved. Your soul's original divine blueprint is being restored. Before you were born, your soul had a pure plan for this lifetime. Life's difficulties and negative influences distorted that blueprint. Now it's being returned to its original design. The battle continues in the spiritual realm, but you're now watching from a protected sanctuary rather than being on the front lines. Light forces are gaining significant ground because you're no longer vulnerable. This period feels like calm, but it's actually the calm before your victorious return to the battlefield, this time with armor that cannot be penetrated. Archangel Michael offers specific protection practices to strengthen your defenses during this removal period. Begin each day with this connection prayer. Archangel Michael, I call upon your protection and guidance. Surround me with your white and blue light of strength. Keep me safe in this protected space while I grow stronger. Thank you for watching over me during this spiritual battle. Say this with intention every morning to maintain your connection to divine protection. Practice white and blue light visualization, creating an impenetrable shield around you. Close your eyes and see brilliant white light filling your body, then see electric blue light forming a shell around you that nothing negative can cross. Take salt baths at least twice a week to cleanse spiritual residue from the battle. Add sea salt to your bath and imagine all heavy energy washing away down the drain. Wear or carry protective crystals. Black tourmaline and obsidian are particularly powerful for absorbing negative energy. Keep one in your pocket or wear it as jewelry. Burn sage or Palo Santo in your home to keep your space energetically clean, especially after difficult days or unwelcome visitors. Use the mirror technique by placing small mirrors facing outward from your windows. This creates an energetic barrier that reflects negative influences back to their source. Create a protection altar in your home with blue candles, angel imagery, and items that feel sacred to you. Light the candles when you need extra protection. Sound protection works powerfully. Use singing bowls, bells, or even clapping to break up heavy energy. Avoid negative people and situations that could create openings in your defenses. Limit exposure to dark content like violent media or constantly negative news that lowers your vibration. Strengthen your energy by spending time in nature and sunlight. Drink water that you've blessed by holding it and asking Archangel Michael to charge it with protective energy. Speak protection affirmations daily. Keep your bedroom especially protected with symbols and clear intention. You'll know these protections are working when you feel lighter, sleep better, and experience returning clarity. You need to understand that this removal is temporary. You won't stay in this protected space forever. Archangel Michael will send clear signals when it's time for you to return to active participation in your spiritual journey. When you return, you'll be stronger, wiser, and spiritually armored in ways you cannot imagine right now. The dark forces won't recognize the upgraded version of you. They'll expect to encounter the same vulnerable person they attacked before, but instead they'll face a spiritual warrior. Your return to the battlefield will shift the entire balance of this war in favor of the light. Watch for signs that you're ready to return, increased confidence that seems to come from nowhere, sudden clarity about your life purpose, and a fearlessness you didn't possess before. When you return, you'll have spiritual abilities you didn't have before this battle began. You'll see the spiritual warfare clearly instead of being confused by it. You'll be able to identify dark influences immediately when they try to operate through people or situations around you. Your presence alone will cause negative entities to retreat because they'll sense the power you now carry. Other light workers and spiritually aware people will be drawn to your strengthened energy, creating new alliances and friendships. The victory is already assured. This training period simply seals it. The return won't be fearful or uncertain. It will be triumphant. You're not going back to fight. You're going back to claim what's already been won. This spiritual battle is happening for a specific reason. Your soul's purpose threatens the dark forces because you're meant to help free others from spiritual oppression and negative influences. The darkness wanted to stop you before you fully stepped into this powerful role. By surviving this attack and emerging stronger, you prove your readiness for the important work ahead. Your future involves guiding others through similar spiritual battles. The wisdom you've gained from this experience becomes your greatest teaching tool. You're being prepared to be a spiritual warrior and protector, not just for yourself but for others who need guidance. People who are currently experiencing similar attacks will find you when the divine timing is right. Your light will become a beacon that guides lost souls home to their true spiritual path. The victory isn't just personal. Every person you help in the future is affected by your survival and strengthening during this battle. Archangel Michael chose you specifically for this mission because your soul has the strength and compassion needed for this work. Look back at your past struggles now with new understanding. Those difficulties weren't random hardships. They were training for this larger purpose. Every challenge you've overcome built spiritual muscles you needed for this battle. Every time you chose love over fear, light over darkness, you were preparing for this moment. The dark forces attacked you because they saw what you're becoming. Their attack has actually accelerated your transformation into the powerful spiritual presence you're meant to be. Archangel Michael is guarding you right now during this removal period. His sword of light stands between you and all negative forces. Begin the protection practices immediately to support the angelic work happening on your behalf. The window of divine protection is active, but it requires your conscious participation. Your cooperation with this divine timing determines how quickly you can return to the battlefield victorious and fully prepared. Show your appreciation for this divine intervention by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens your protective shield and maintains the connection to angelic guidance. Trust the process completely. Your removal is strategic protection, not abandonment. Victory is absolutely certain when you follow the guidance given today.